Okay, so I just woke up and I just saw this beauty right here, and we're gonna check it out today. So let's get straight into it.
15-year-old boy named Theo summons the devil herself. She initially thinks she was summoned for some heinous purpose, like wiping out a city, exchanging a soul for eternal life, or wait, he wants to marry her?
The
Come
fuck?
again?
It starts
Few
off
years
like
ago,
this.
Theo was what you would describe as a pitiful child. He was abandoned by his parents at an early age and was taken in by an elderly couple and raised as his own. To them,
Okay.
Theo was both their first child and their first grandchild. Tragically, the elderly couple could not live long enough to see him grow, and once again, Theo is left all alone. With tears in his eyes, Theo promised to be strong and live on his own so as not to worry his
Oh, so the kid seemed like he lost his family or something, I guess, and he summoned a demon, but instead of killing people, he asks her to marry him. Interesting.
grandparents in heaven. However, as with all worlds, power is important. Power is necessary. Power is a character in Chainsaw Man. If you have the power to defeat monsters, you can sell materials and earn money. Driven by this need for money, Theo joins the Mercenaries Guild.
Oh, so he's gonna become an adventurer. He's gonna become an adventurer with the demon. Makes sense. Okay. I mean, okay, I get that. I get that. I totally get that.
Despite having no fighting experience. Unfortunately, because of this, he is only able to perform odd jobs as a baggage carrier. However, he often holds back the parties
He
he
garbaged
joins,
in.
and he is just as quickly expelled from them. One party member clicks his tongue and asks why Theo's parents didn't teach him any magic. Theo hangs his head.
Because they're dead. Like, they died. Damn, a minute in, they already bullying my man. Like, why all the people in these anime and mangas gotta be so rude to the main characters? Like, leave him alone, you bully.
Cursing that because he is weak. They are insulting his dear grandparents. At this point, the 14-year-old Theo has been expelled from so many parties that he has lost count. The next day, in an effort to get stronger, Theo hits the books to learn magic and research herbs and monsters. Inside one such book, he finds a slip of paper that says,
Bro, if you guys watch the anime, what is the name? I can't think of it. Vermel Gold. It was literally identical to this for the most part. His parents weren't dead though, but he literally found a book, summoned a demon, and became like the best magic user or some crap like that. Like, okay.
Summoning Ritual for the Devil. Not knowing what a devil is, Theo delves deeper into his research and learns they are malevolent beings that take away precious things from you. Theo, apparently not understanding what that could mean, wants to use the devil to become stronger. He returns home and sets up the summoning circle. Thankfully, whatever he is summoning won't cost an arm and a leg and a little brother. When he summoned the devil, the notion of strength disappeared.
Wait. Was that a reference to freaking what is the anime called? Oh my god. I know
Theo.
people are gonna beat me up for this. I can't think of the anime. Where the dude lost his brother and his leg. Oh my god.
Apparently not
I'm gonna
understanding
go back.
what that could mean, wants to use the devil to become stronger. He returns home and sets up the
Full Metal Alchemist, bro.
summoning circle. Thankfully, whatever he is summoning won't cost an arm and a leg and a little brother.
Bro, that's a reference to Full Metal Alchemist, I'm pretty sure. That's mad funny.
When
That's
he
funny.
summoned the devil, the notion of strength disappeared from Theo's mind. All he wanted was for her to marry him.
I mean, okay, I see why. I mean,
Devil
okay.
is understandably dubious and writes off Theo's wish as the ramblings of a child. However, this gets her thinking. She, the devil who is avoided and cursed across every corner of the land, was just proposed to. Theo must be an utter fool or utterly based. Theo blurts out that he fell in love with her at first sight, but since the devil doubts him, she peeks into his heart. Instead of
She gonna peek into his heart, and he about to be this amazing hero that truly loves her from the very tippy top of the mountains within his chest, or some crap like
seeing
that.
his ulterior motives, she is greeted by a barrage of praises, such as her beautiful eyes, white hair, angelic appearance, and all her unholy
Angelic,
majesty. The
angelic. Okay.
devil can't believe what she just saw. Her face goes red, and she barely stammers out a response. She looks away, unused to being adored to such an extent. Every other person who has summoned her has only used her powers for selfish needs and tried to run away. But not Theo. Theo is different. Theo watches her become rather distant, so he pouts that a wish like his is impossible. Seeing his teary face, the devil can't resist. Yet,
So you telling me this badass looking demon girl, the devil, I guess, whatever, devil queen, as the title says, comes out this book that he summons, and she loses to not lose, but she basically loses her cool to a what, like a 9-year-old kid, maybe 10-year-old kid or some crap. That's That's interesting.
She's a Shotokan all right. She turns away and says there is no wish she cannot grant. She will marry him. At that moment, a new couple was born. Fior, the receptionist at the Mercenaries Guild, hasn't seen Theo for some time. Her mornings start early. She organizes request forms, sets up the board, cleans, and checks in on her coworkers. However, the one thing she looks forward to every day is seeing Theo. Great, there are more of them. He used to come by every day, but now he doesn't. When she learned his story about how
Dang, everybody and their mom loving this little ass kid, bro. What the fuck? I need to join this
the
anime.
elderly couple
This manga. I'm sorry. I need to join this manga. What the hell?
that took him and passed away, so he had no choice but to work on his own, she was so deeply moved. While wondering what could have happened to him, she overhears his former party asking loudly where he is, as they badly need a baggage carrier
I thought he was in a lot of parties. I thought he got expelled from a lot of them.
again. However, their voices are indicative that they abuse him, which Fior finds unforgivable. Theo always received just 1/10 of the quest rewards, but he never complained since all he does is help carry stuff around. When the party leader loudly exclaims he wants to force Theo to fight, the other mercenaries glare at them since Theo is so beloved. Theo is that beloved. Fior overhears the two receptionists talking about how they want to heal Theo, and she inadvertently has her own fantasies about healing him.
Hey, yo. Okay. Cause this kid, he gotta be like 10. And she gotta be like 20. Like, what the fuck? Oh, okay.
Officer, yes, that's her over there. Fior wonders
Why couldn't it be me, man?
where Theo could have gone, and she finally hears his voice approaching. However, he enters with the devil, and she wonders who that lady could possibly be. A few
The devil. The devil.
minutes ago, Theo and the devil were married. They both sit awkwardly on the bed, neither believing that they were married just now. Theo asks for her name, which she gives as Heldi.
You telling me dude don't even know her name yet and they're married? Only in manga, guys. Only in manga, because that...
When she stares back at him, she is hit by a cuteness overload. Theo tries to introduce himself, but Heldi says that due to their contract, she already knows his entire life story, from the elderly couple to the abusive mercenary party. She has already memorized their names, and she swears that the next time they try to insult Theo, she will take it as them insulting her, his wife. Upon realizing she called herself a wife, she covers her face in embarrassment again. Theo realizes it is time for him to head to the guild, so he quickly
Why is he blushing after he didn't propose to this god, this devil person? But like at this point, you're bold, bro. You're bold. Your balls didn't drop lower than like life itself. Like there's no need to be blushing at this point.
prepares to leave. He asks Heldi if she wants to come along, so she uses her powers to disguise her appearance. Before they leave, Theo asks her to say his name, which she manages to do after getting over her own embarrassment. Out in town, her appearance garners looks from passersby. However, on the inside, she wonders why his hand is so soft, possibly even softer than hers. Theo realizes that he held her hand on instinct, so he properly asks if she can hold it, and she allows him to. That's right, people always ask for consent. If this kid can do it, so can you. They enter the Mercenaries Guild, and though Heldi already knows of its contents due to the contract, it is still her first time here. Her eyes wander, confirming the positions of the board and request counters, and she glares at the abusive party. Theo brings Heldi up to Fior, who has never quite seen a woman like her before. Heldi up and says it. She is Theo's fiancée. Heldi expertly uses Theo's backstory, claiming her family was acquainted
Oh, that's so smart. Cause since you like know his memories, that's hella smart. I like that.
with the
Well, I mean, I don't like that, but you know.
elderly couple, and that their marriage was set in stone long ago. Fior and the other receptionist girls let out oohs and ahs, and they quickly acquaint themselves with Heldi. Carl, the leader of the abusive party, overhears Theo getting a fiancé. Who the hell carries a baby for 9 months and calls them Carl? Carl says Theo doesn't deserve Heldi and pressures him into handing her over for their use.
Who names their son Carl? Carl. Shut the fuck up, Carl-san.
However, Heldi can hear everything they are saying, and for
My
the
man Theo got the bitches, okay? Like, you better shut your ass up.
first time, she can't wait to kill a human, not out of contractual obligation, but because they are insulting her beloved. Carl slings his arm around Theo's shoulder, reminding him of how they bring him along on their quest. However, Theo has not once felt indebted to them at all, since any rewards they gave him were middling, and they were so strong that he never had the backbone to try and fight back. But not this time. He breaks away from Carl and apologizes. As he cannot give up Heldi for anything in the world, he makes a stunning declaration. Heldi is his wife, and they can't have her. Carl is taken aback by his audacity and threatens to beat him up on the spot. Carl raises
Bro, she about to kill him. I can just feel it. I mean, maybe I think Thea's gonna stop her, but she about to try to kill him.
his fist to punch him, but Heldy does something to his arm, and it bends
Damn, that shit. Oh my god, that shit like a 90-degree angle. Oh my god.
in a way that no arm should bend. However, Heldy's affection points are raised to the max, and she nearly eats up Theo on the spot. After all, she's the devil. Why should she care about established social norms? However, Carl recovers and screams that he knows that it was Heldy that did something to him, but she intimidates him into running away. Theo realizes how close Heldy is, and in a flustered state, he breaks away from her, and Heldy is annoyed that her chance to kiss Theo was ruined, but she will have many chances. After all, they live together. As the married couple walk home, Fiora's heart is still fluttering from how close Heldy and Theo's faces were. I bet even you, dear watcher, were somewhat hot and bothered.
Oh yeah, I was definitely hot and bothered, alright.
With all said and done, Theo asks Fiora for any quests he can do, but unfortunately, several of them are too difficult. The other receptionists crowd Heldy, asking for stories about Theo's past. Exploiting the knowledge gained from the contract, she shares how every time Theo wet the bed, his grandfather would scold
Hey yo. What?
him, but it was his grandmother who would embrace and comfort him. This elicits a round of awes from them. Theo, greatly embarrassed, asks Fiora again for an easy quest he can do. Unfortunately, the quests that are available have monsters along the route, which Theo has no hope of fighting against. However, Heldy reminds him that he has the literal devil on his side, so anything short of God himself cannot defeat her. But Theo is unwilling to expose his wife to danger, and his concern touches her heart. Heldy asks Fiora for the most difficult quest they have, and she hands them a request form to subjugate a chimera. Theo is
About to be easy peasy for her. That's probably her little minion or some shit like that.
absolutely sure they cannot take on this quest, but Heldy says this is a trivial matter. Even Fiora is unsure about handing over an absurdly dangerous quest to them, but Heldy insists and takes Theo with her hand in hand.
She about to destroy this thing. That or make it like a pet. I can totally see the anime going in, the manga going in that direction for some reason, but it'll probably just kill it and be like, yeah, we did that, easy peasy.
She reassures him it will be fine. She is, after all, the ultimate being. Long ago, the world was ruled by monsters. Humans were crushed underfoot by their terrifying strength, but all they had was intellect, and you can't debate a monster to death. But that same intellect summoned the devil, and the human that did so asked the devil to cleanse the world of monsters and their filth. A few days after that, every monster was exterminated, without exception. They were exterminated by a certain devil. However, one monster evaded annihilation during that period because it was still too weak to be considered one. The very same monster Theo and Heldy are hunting, the Chimera. Theo thinks
Wow, they gave an actual backstory for the random ass chimera ant or whatever thing is called. It's kind of funny.
this is a really bad idea, but Heldy doesn't seem to care. She approaches the Chimera, and she wakes it up by unleashing her killing intent. Seeing Heldy, the Chimera panics and begins flailing about. Its movement causes the cave to quake, and Theo stumbles into Heldy. She nearly kisses him on the spot to make up for earlier, but she stops herself since she wants the right place and the right mood. Theo asks Heldy what exactly she did to Chimera, and she explains that she simply exuded her killing intent and set up.
Oh, so she didn't make it a pet, and she didn't kill it. She just said, I'm going to kill you, or I have the intent to kill you. Well, she didn't say nothing, but she showed the chimera ant thing that she had the intent to kill it, and it just said, nope, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
A barrier. Unfortunately, the panicked Chimera is trying desperately to escape deeper into the cave, but the barrier stops him from going anywhere, and his repeated attempts make it look like it is doing a little dance. To demonstrate her power, Heldy decapitates the Chimera with one flick of her wrist, and she stops any blood from spilling out since it would smell bad. Heldy uses her telekinesis powers to effortlessly lift up its corpse, and she looks forward to having Theo's homemade meals. However, their approach is noted from afar by a scout, and believing there'd be something peculiar, they confine them in an interrogation room while they confirm that the Chimera is legitimate. What concerns Heldy more is that she can't eat Theo's home cooking or flirt with him since—
Wait, am I missing something? I don't remember hearing anything about Theo cooking. Did I like not pay attention or something? I'm confused. What?
they're surrounded. She grows agitated
What? When the hell did we get to Theo's handmade cooking?
by
I
the
don't know what
second,
happened.
and the guards standing by keep their distance. Finally, the guard captain enters the room. Heldy is annoyed by his haughtiness and arrogance, so she forces him and the others to kneel by enforcing her gravity magic. She tells them to know their place, and the guard captain meekly requests a chair to speak with her. Heldy glances at Theo, whose face is filled with awe. The captain introduces himself as Loro, and he apologizes for their treatment.
Nemophilia? Phila? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Nemophila? It's not Philia, it's Phila, I guess.
Due to the conflicting intel he
That's
received,
interesting.
he has heard of Theo and the help he gives to the guards under his command. Theo, knowing it is illegal to help guards with their official duties, begs not to be punished. However, when Loro says he plans to punish the guards instead, Theo says
He have no intent of giving you any punishment because he's scared of the fucking chick behind you.
he is willing to
Well, next to you.
take responsibility since it was he who requested the work. Both Loro and Heldy are moved by his will, especially Heldy. Loro goes on to the main issue at hand. He knows that Theo is far too weak to defeat a chimera. Even a goblin would be too much of a problem. That only leaves Heldy. She chuckles and asks what took him so long to reach that conclusion. Chimeras usually take a huge party of experienced fighters to gradually whittle them down and defeat them with a final, decisive blow. However, Loro's inspection of the chimera's body reveals no signs of struggle, indicating that Heldy didn't fight it but executed it. This tells him that even the gravity magic he suffered earlier was but a fraction of her true power. Realizing the danger she might pose if they slight her, Loro offers his gratitude for her slaying the chimera and protecting their town. He promises to report her exploits to the kingdom, and she will surely receive a reward and medal in return. Theo is excited that Heldy is getting the recognition she deserves, but she turns down the medal, explaining that it may be used as leverage in the future to press her into war for the kingdom. She clutches Theo and says that neither of them need anything. Heldy asks Loro to keep this matter a secret, and he agrees. Loro lets them go, and Heldy asks Theo for
Okay, so basically somebody found out or got a good idea who she is, basically. And be like, alright, keep quiet.
another reward
Not because of some deal, he just don't want to die.
in exchange for slaying the chimera, his home cooking. With a smile on his face, he nods his head. Meanwhile, the guards that Theo helped cry bitter tears as a literal child has beaten them to marriage. Later, a warmth permeates Heldy's entire being as she enjoys Theo's home cooking. Theo proudly says that this is the same stew his grandmother taught him, and it has Heldy grinning from ear to ear. Seeing Heldy's face, Theo can't help but remark that she truly looks like a goddess, which catches her off guard. You see, Theo has grown up without knowing how to praise a girl, so he goes about it in the most straightforward way possible.
He grew up not knowing how to praise a girl while giving her perfect compliments.
By
Nice.
saying what is on his mind. Against a girl like Heldy, who isn't used to frankness and honesty like this, it's super effective. Furthermore, Heldy can read his mind and heart, and his sincerity is undeniable. He truly thinks she is a goddess. The two end up laughing and finishing their lunch, and afterwards, Theo teaches her how to wash dishes. She is clumsy at first.
Dude got the devil washing dishes, bro. If that's not like the most overpowered character in all of fictional manga or anime or novels or anything, I don't know what is.
Being her first time.
Forget Goku, forget Saitama, who went in a fight. My man Theo dishwashing.
But she eventually gets the hang of it. Theo slumps into the sofa, physically and mentally exhausted, not just from cooking, but from the strain of having to face a chimera. Heldy realizes she unintentionally placed a lot of pressure on Theo, and she apologizes. Heldy offers to take away his fatigue, and she has him lie on his stomach on the sofa. She gets on top of his back, and she teases him a little. However, she gets a little too carried away, and her
Too carried away? Too carried away? What?
mind begins to wander towards very crisp Hanson-able thoughts. Thankfully, Theo
Why they got blurred though?
reminds her that
Damn
she
it.
is there to
I
massage
was curious.
him. Prison won't take her
Little
away
shit.
yet. Heldy carefully rolls up his shirt, lays her hands on his back, and begins healing him. The warmth of the healing magic soothes Theo, and he soon begins to feel very great indeed. His indecent sound soon stirs up unwholesome feelings in Heldy again. Jesus Christ. Heldy catches her mind wandering again, but at this point her self-control has been thrown out the window. This is it. She's pushing Theo's shirt up. The heavens send an angel in the form of
What?
Fior, who has come to check on Theo. She witnesses Heldy on top of him and asks her what exactly she is doing. Heldy lies and says she was massaging him, but who massages in a position like that? Heldy realizes she has been caught, so he just up and admits it. I was trying to assault Theo in his sleep.
This took a weird turn.
Her frankness catches Fior off guard, and Heldy continues to insist what she is doing is completely natural. as her hands continue to glance and caress Theo's chest. Heldy teases that Fiora must have never been with a man before, but her face suddenly turns flustered. She senses something touching her bottom, so she gets up and joins Fiora by the sofa. They brush shoulders, and Fiora notices that Heldy's face is so red that Eisenhower is giving a speech about the domino effect. Fiora knows it can't be nothing, so her gaze falls on what Heldy has been flustered about all along. It looks like the rabbit is not a rabbit at all.
Hey, yo. Okay, that was that was interesting. Anyway, that was pretty interesting. I guess that was a pretty good manga. I think it's called Demon Queen as Wife, I guess. So that's what it sounds like or whatever. But anyway, go check it out. That was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna have to check that out after this video.